Hello, Maddie here. Welcome back to another week, another book just for you. Okay, y'all, I am so excited for this week because I have had this book at the forefront of my mind for weeks now. I have fallen in love with it. I've already read it at least 3 times, maybe more than that, but it's so cute. I can't even handle it. So, okay, this book is extra special because it was recommended to me by a subscriber who commented on some of my videos. So, shout out to Vince. They commented on a couple of my videos and recommended this book, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Basically, how bad could it be? And I fell in love. I totally fell in love. And that book is Edenbrooke by Julianne Donaldson. Now, we have done a book by Julianne Donaldson before. If you don't remember, it was Blackmoore, which I talk about, totally ripped my heart apart. It has a Maddie guaranteed ending. It is rough goings, and it literally is just breaking your heart the entire time. And it's so hard because you're just kind of want to cry the whole time, or you're on the verge of crying the whole time, but you get a happy ending, so you can power through it. I said it in that video, which was ages ago, and it's still true now. I have not had the strength to read it again. I really, really want to read it again because it's such a fulfilling book because it has such a rough go. The ending is just so satisfying. It's not easy to come by. There wasn't just oh, everything magically fell into place. It's no, tough decisions were made because people decided what mattered to them. Anyways, that totally aside, we're talking about Edenbrooke, which is so cute and so wonderful and not at all like Blackmoore. And before we forget, let's do our synopsis. Edenbrooke by Julianne Donaldson. Marianne Daventry will do anything to escape the boredom of Bath and the amorous attentions of an unwanted suitor. So when an invitation arrives from her twin sister, Cecily, to join her at a sprawling country estate, she jumps at the chance. Thinking she'll be able to relax and enjoy her beloved England countryside while her sister snags the handsome heir of Edenbrooke, Marianne finds that even the best laid plans can go awry. When a terrifying run-in with a highwayman to a seemingly harmless flirtation, Marianne finds herself embroiled in an unexpected adventure filled with enough romance and intrigue to keep her mind racing. Will Marianne be able to rein in her treacherous heart, or will a mysterious stranger sweep her off her feet? Fate had something other than a relaxing summer in mind when it sent Marianne to Edenbrooke. Just for giggles, here's what my review was. So it got 5 stars, obviously. And I wrote, did I finish this book and then immediately reread it? Yes, I did. This is a book that needs more than one read to see how all the pieces fit together, to fully understand each situation. I will be 1000% be reading this on my rough days when I need love and comfort, which is just so true. So Marianne is sent to Edenbrooke in the English countryside from Bath. The kind of setup for this is a little more than a year prior to the beginning of this book. Marianne was sent to Bath with her grandmother, and her sister was sent with some family friends in London because their mother passed away and their father is grieving and mourning, and he goes to France. Why he goes to France, I'm not sure. I don't think he's French. I don't think he's visiting family. I'm not quite sure why he goes to France, but he does. And so that's the setup for this book. So she is just so ready to get out of Bath. She loved the English countryside. She loved growing up in the English countryside, and that's where she wants to be. So going to Edenbrooke is dream come true. She wants to get out of Bath. And things happen on her way there. It talks about things happen, and she has a rough start as she gets there, and she doesn't quite know her footing, and she's a little uncomfortable, but it's so good and so precious. And I literally don't know how to talk about this book without just telling everything. And I feel that's how I am with a lot of my book, but I don't want this to be a spoiler-full video because I want you to read it because it is so good and so satisfying. It will just reach into the parts of your soul you didn't realize were dark or unhappy, and just bring light and joy and peace and love and all those good things to it. Literally, I was reading this book and it was I was just sitting there kind of shocked, how is this book so good? And all the things I need in my life right now. How is it ticking all the boxes for emotionally safe and satisfying romance? How? But it does. It follows Marianne, she's so confused and unsure of herself, and it takes her circumstances and shows her that she doesn't need to be anything less than herself, that she is loved, cared, and cherished for exactly who she is, and that she might not check all the boxes for a super proper British society woman, whatever, but she doesn't have to be. Not that she's some flying in the face of social norms or anything like that, but just she's not quite as polished or refined, or she doesn't remember to wear a bonnet when she goes outside so she gets tan. The things they cared about. But along the way, she finds genuine friendship and a family that cares for her when she kind of feels like she's lost her family. Because her mother passed away, her sister was sent to London, and her father goes to France, and she kind of feels like she's on her own. And so she's seeking normalcy. She is seeking people to love her as she is and a place to call home, because she feels like her home that she grew up in is just so far away. And while in this book she doesn't go back to her home, I feel like she would probably find it lacking, especially without her mom there. I think she's definitely kind of idealized it in her head, like, if only I could just go back there, everything would be okay. If I could just be there with my dad, everything would be okay. And I think that would partially be true and probably partially not be as true as she thinks it would be. And so I very much appreciate that all the things she's looking for, she finds, just not in the place or maybe even the people she was expecting. And I really love that. And it's really cute and it's really, really sweet. This book is just, like I said, it's everything you want it to be. And it's the perfect comfort book because it has some conflict and it does have things happen. So it's not like, wow, that was so boring because nothing happened. Nope, there's definitely still things that happen. There's situations, circumstances, rules, propriety, whatever. There are things that happen. None of it is so crazy that you're like, this hurts my head, this hurts my heart. Like, I mean, it hurts your heart a little bit because that's just how books go. That's how stories go. But it's not anything that's like, I can't get through it. I can't do it. Like, this is too hard. No, it's cute and it's wonderful and it's adorable and I love it and we're here for it. And I can't recommend this book enough, to be honest. It definitely goes in my top, like, emotionally safe books. I need to do a video that is like Maddie's favorite emotionally safe books. It would definitely be in there. I immediately think of like A Countess Below Stairs is definitely in that. Maybe Seven Daughters and Seven Sons. Maybe. What are some of my other favorite emotionally safe books? I don't know. I'd have to think about it and get back to you. Maybe I'll do a video about it. But ever since I've read this book, and I read this book a month ago, maybe longer. When did I read this book? Let's see. I'm just seeing when I wrote the review. So yeah, I wrote the review February 6th. So it's been like 6 weeks since I read this book, but I already had filmed videos. So I wasn't going to stop and film something when I didn't need to, but I added it as like the first thing I wanted to film next. So this book has an accompanying blog that will be going up the same time as this video. And I hope you'll read it. It's really, really good. It is really similar. It's kind of just which format do you like better if you prefer reading or listening, but it's really cute and it's really good. And I really hope you will read it. I hope you'll like it. And like I said, if you are looking for good, fulfilling, but emotionally safe, this is the book for you. Edenbrooke by Julianne Donaldson. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't said the main character's name. Not that you don't find out really fast, but I did the same thing with my blog. I kept it as, because it's mysterious stranger in the summary. So I'm like, I don't necessarily want to give it away, even though you find out really, really fast. But there's more to it than just finding out his name. So you got to read the book to know what the heck is going on and why it is worth reading, why it has pulled me in, and like why you should read it, but like why it ticks all those boxes. Because I can sit here and I can talk at you and tell you, yes, this is good. This is emotionally safe. It's emotionally fulfilling. Like it'll totally like make you feel all the things, but like you have to read it for yourself to really, really know that and feel that. So I hope you will, because it's totally worth it. So with all that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great night, a great week, great weekend, great month, great year. I hope you have all the greats because you're truly worthy and deserving of them. So until next time, 再见. Bye.